Welcome back. We're now going to talk about creating and maintaining a psychologically safe environment. When people feel safe in an organization to express themselves, that's when magic happens. When I had my first company, Kayden Enterprises, in the beginning of our business inception, I always welcomed people saying what they felt. I always welcomed inclusion. I always created and maintained a psychologically safe environment for them to express their thoughts and or opinions. Near the end of my company, right about when we met our demise, I became a very arrogant, complacent leader. When people tried to express things to me, I shut them out. One of my best employees, Ryan, tried to tell me something with our business. Instead of listening to him, I shunned him. And by shunning him, he ended up coming in the following Monday. He spoke to me on a Friday. 2 days later, that Monday morning, he handed me his resignation papers. 2 weeks later, he was gone. 6 months later, I was completely out of business. What happened from that incident was that my other employees, my other senior leaders, they started to develop a policy where they were not telling me anything that they thought because they were afraid I was going to shun them, judge them, or even worse yet, potentially fire them. And this is what happens when you as a leader do not create and or maintain a psychologically safe environment. Your employees start to begin to shut down and they don't express what is on their mind. If they're not talking to you and or dialoguing with you, then problems are not being solved. So again, here's the key takeaways. People will begin to express themselves more if they feel they're in a safe environment. Again, when my company started, I was welcoming inclusion. I was welcoming advice. I was welcoming dialogue. So if you do this as a leader, as a CEO, as an entrepreneur, people are going to start to express themselves more because they feel safe. When you have consistent communication in any type of business, solutions start to get solved for problems. So again, the key takeaways from this video are, if you allow people to express themselves, they will start to feel safe in the business and they're going to express themselves more. And then if you allow this communication, if you allow this dialogue, problems will start to get solved because people from different backgrounds and ethnicities with different viewpoints can all come together as one to solve any problems. Now, what are the action items? What are things that you can do for yourself from watching this video? Number one, do not judge other team members' thoughts. Listen. You never want to make someone feel small, feel unimportant. And when you judge them, that's exactly what happens. When you judge someone, they start to judge themselves. And when they do that, it starts to hinder their growth, their thought, and their development. So never judge another teammate. Tackle problems as they arise. That's the second action item. When something comes up in the company, do not sweep it under the rug. Do not try to put it on the shelf. Address it. Talk about it. Dialogue. Try to find solutions to the problem. If you do this, if you start to tackle problems as they arise, you will have a company that thrives and is built off of a great leadership model. The third action item is no resolution between two team members can be done without a mediator being present or someone who can look at the situation to help resolve the issue. So if person A has an issue with person B, bring in person C to sit and listen, to be someone who is unbiased, to be someone that really just wants to hear both sides, and then they can come together to create a possible solution. So again, Number one, never judge a team member. When you do that, it starts to create long-term issues. Tackle problems as they arise. And number three, if two people in the organization are having a dichotomy or an issue, bring in someone else, another party, to be a mediator to help solve the problem. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video.